Brad Nessler, joined by the coach, Lee Corso, and the quarterback, Kirk Herbstreit. And there's going to be some heat to battle in today's game between the Iowa State Cyclones and the Florida A&M Rattlers. The early season continues, and we're here ready to bring you what appears to be another fantastic college gridiron matchup. And here come the Rattlers. The Rattlers are looking for an upset in this one, but Kirk, I just don't see that happening.
Iowa State has so many weapons offensively, but it all starts with their outstanding quarterback. Now, against this defense, I look for him to have no problem spreading the ball around. This could be a career day.
I agree with you on this one.
I'm going with Iowa State.
This one's almost underway, so we're about to find out real quick just how smart of a pick that was, Coach. We'll see how these two teams play in this game as they prepare for the opening kickoff. He boots it deep downfield. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. They'll go to work at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10.
They'll work from the shotgun. They snap it to the back. Singleton brings him down. And that was a nice run. Kirk, that was a great job by that big offensive line.
Yeah, it really was, Brad. And also, a nice read by the ball carrier to find that running lane.
When you break one like that, you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line.
Florida A&M comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. They go with the run. And now he's got room to run. Harris with a takedown. Picked up big yards there, and he's going to have a first down.
Yeah, nice job there. This guy does a good job in reading his blocks and accelerating through the holes.
It's 1st and 10. Ball right around midfield. Number 8 comes to the line with 3 wide. Moorhead brings him down at the 48. He got back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 48. Number 8 with 4 wide receivers. Drops back to pass. He's looking. Throws it to the outside. It's deflected. The defender could only get a hand on it.
A hand on it? If this kid wants to be a big-time playmaker, he better start getting 2 hands on it.
Yeah, Lee, that ball should have been picked off there.
3rd and 10. And this is the 5th play of the current drive. The Rattlers line up with 4 wideouts. Back to pass. Looks. He unloads it. Incomplete. And this one could be on the defense.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty. First
The
down.
defense lends them a hand with that penalty.
Gosh, giving up penalty yards is so frustrating, isn't it?
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 37.
37-yard line.
Florida A&M sets up in the eye. On the ground with the tailback. And he's stopped behind the line. Boy, he is one big guy down there on that defensive line.
Oh, man, the big fella's a hoss. I saw him last night at the hotel, and he had 3 bags of food going up to his room.
Yo, it looks like he's got a big old bag hanging over his belt right now.
It looks like this defense has put up some very impressive numbers thus far.
I'll tell you why. They're fast, they're strong, and they tackle well. That combination means one thing for the offense. Nightmare.
Lee, they've been playing great football all year. You're lucky if you can even get past the 50, let alone find the end zone.
Guys, he tipped that one away from the receiver.
Excellent break on the ball here, and he almost intercepted it, Coach.
You're right, Kirk, and he did the next best thing, though, and that saved the touchdown.
Third down and 12. Ball on the 39-yard line. They come out with 3 wide receivers. He drops back. Looking. He throws a dart. And that one's fallen incomplete. Not on target at all this drive, guys.
I'm telling my quarterback in this situation to look at the defense and audible to a better play if he has to.
4th and 12. Ball on the 39-yard line.
The defense lines up with 6 DB. Drops back to pass. Guns it across the middle. Got it. And he's taken down. Wow, they convert on 4th and long on that pass play, Kirk.
Guys, you just don't see this happen very often. 4th and a mile, the receiver comes up with a big play, and the defense is caught off guard for the first down.
Four wide. They snap it to the back. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield. A big loss after they stuffed the run.
Yeah, not much you can say there. The defense just shot in and blew up that run.
Florida A&M comes out in the shotgun. It's a direct snap. Here's an opening. Touchdown, Florida A&M. He got the handoff and knew exactly what to do with it.
They like the fact that they have a halfback who can kick his way so well through defenses.
And he tacks on the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Kicks it off. Hicks takes it at the 8. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive.
Return 22 yards. Hicks on the return.
Down there on the field at linebacker, we've got one special player. He's the heart and soul of this defense, and they're going to need him today more than ever as they go up against a very talented running back.
If there's anyone who can bring the wood to this running back, then it's got to be this linebacker.
That's right, he's a tough one. There should be some really good collisions in this game.
It's second down and 4 to go. Ball on the 35. They line up in the shotgun. Hicks gets another handoff. He jukes him. Brought down. And the halfback ripped off a nice gain there to get him the first.
Hey, this kid's a good-looking back. Let's see if they go to him again.
First and 10. Ball on the 46. The Cyclones line up with 3 wide. On the ground with the tailback. He can scoot inside the 30 to the 10. Touchdown, Iowa State. The halfback got the carry and weaved through that defense for a score.
He found some daylight and took off for 6.
And he hits the PAT. Here's the Pontiac drive summary, bringing you fuel for the soul. Culberson is lined up to kick this one off. Here's the kick. Gibson fields it in the end zone. Well, the offense is back on the field again. In their last drive, they moved the ball very well, especially through the air on their way to that touchdown. They'll take over at the 20. From the gun. And the snap goes to the back. And they make the stop. Almost eked out a yard on that one.
1 yard gain on the play.
It's second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 21-yard line. Florida A&M sets up in the I. gobbled up in the backfield. Just a great play there by the linebacker.
Yeah, he showed his speed as he knifed into the backfield to bring down the ball carrier.
3rd and 11 coming up here. Ball on the 19.
19-yard line.
Florida A&M in a 4-wide set. Back to pass. He's looking. Lets it fly. And got him. And he's brought down.
They made the 3rd down conversion look too easy.
They were just looking for the first and ended up getting a huge chunk of yardage. It's not bad.
First and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. They line up in the shotgun. They'll throw on first down. He rolls out to the right. No one open, so he's going to run. And he's shoved out of bounds.
Number 8, the ball carrier. 9-yard gain on the play.
It's 2nd down and 1 to go. Ball on the 23.
23-yard line.
The Rattlers set up in the gun. They snap it to the back. Ferguson with a takedown. The running back gets the first.
Yo.
First and 10. Ball on the 22.
Ass on, boy. Lay ass up, boy.
One man backfield. They'll throw on first down. Over the middle. And it's incomplete. This one will be interference, but who's it going to be called on?
Pass interference on the offense. 15-yard penalty. Still
The referees agreed that the receiver was the one who got too much of a push-off.
Yeah, sometimes people forget the receiver is held up to the same standards as a defender when it comes to getting separation.
It's 1st and a mile. Ball on the 37.
37-yard line.
Number 8 lines up in the shotgun with the spin. And he's going to lose yards on this one. And that was a good stop by the defense. They got him in the backfield.
That's a great example of quickness by the defensive line. It allows you to break away from those blockers before they have a chance of moving you away from the play.
And we're all tied up at the end of the first quarter. 2nd and long, and this is the 7th play of the current drive.
39-yard line.
Florida A&M comes out in the shotgun, looks, he zips it out. And he went way up, and he's got the interception. It's the safety who's in the right place at the right time.
The quarterback has to know where the safety is when he makes this kind of throw. Right here, he just tried to force something that wasn't there.
They'll start this drive at the 8. Meyer with 4 wide receivers. Meyer to the air on first down. Wants to throw outside.
Fastball's incomplete. Number 1, the intended receiver on the play.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 8-yard line. 3 wide outs here. He tries to spin. Sheds that one. And down he goes. And that one goes for a big, big first down.
You know, every time you run the ball successfully like that, that defense starts to creep up a little bit. That's when you go to the air, my friend. Over the top.
Iowa State comes out with 2 tight ends.
We've been outlawing that bad week by week.
Hicks gets another handoff. Tries to juke. Brown brings him down. The offensive line got a really good push there, allowing the back to pick up 9 on the play. 2nd and 1. Ball on the 31. The Cyclones line up with 3 wide.
3 inside 4.
Meyer hands it off. Alexander with a takedown. And the halfback gets the first down.
Nothing too fancy, just a draw play here. They get the first down and they keep the chains moving.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 32. High formation here. He drops back. Short toss. In and out of his hand. The big guy let it go through his fingers.
The tight end's hands are all torn up and his knuckles are swollen from blocking every day in practice. You got to give this guy a break.
I don't know about that, Coach. Nowadays, tight ends got to be able to do more than just block. He should have caught that ball.
Meyer running the option. Little shake and bake move. Walker brings him down. They go with the option and pick up the first down.
And that was just good instincts. You have to know when to pitch it or when to keep it.
Yeah, and in that situation, the quarterback knew he could pick up the first, so he kept it himself. Very good decision.
They line up in an I. Meyer options out. They'll bring him down. The fullback rumbles ahead for about a yard.
1 yard gain on the play.
2nd and 9. This is the 8th play of this drive.
48-yard
The Cyclones line up with 2 tight ends. Here they come. Throws this one out to the left. It's dropped. The pass was right there. Just couldn't be controlled.
This tight end some more passes in practice. He needs all the help he can get.
It's 3rd down and 9 to go. And this is the 9th play of the current drive. The Cyclones come out in a shotgun. Drops back to pass. Looking. Wants to throw a screen. Complete. Williams with a takedown.
No,
Good
they
play
all
call to pick up
they
the
about
first
the
down.
same.
Now that's how you execute the screen pass.
Yep, the quarterback dumped it off, and everyone did a good job of blocking up front. Doesn't get much better than that.
Iowa State in a 4-wide set. Meyer running the option. Fakes a pitch. He laterals the ball. Here's an opening. The 10. Touchdown!
Kirk, that was his 2nd touchdown of the day. What else can we expect from him?
Well, I'd bet on at least a couple more touchdowns for starters. He looks like he's really come to play here in the first half.
It could be a lot of shit. It's a nostalgia too. And that's just one of the better. That's one of the better NCAA games.
And he tacks on the extra point. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. Culberson ready to kick. Kicks it off. Fisher fields it in the end zone. Defense won the last battle as they were able to pick the ball off. Who's going to win this time?
Nah, I feel you.
They'll set up shop at the 20-yard line.
Take over at the 20-yard
I need to make me another season on that bitch.
Number 8 comes to the line.
But I got
3 wide. Back to pass. He's looking. He's looking for his man. He got it! And he's all the way down to the 43.
Now that was a good-looking play. The quarterback put it where his receiver could get it, and now they have a first down.
What I like is the faith that this quarterback has in his receiver. He's not afraid to throw it downfield.
1st and 10. Ball on the 43. The Rattlers line up in an I formation. On the ground with the tailback.
1, 2, 3. Kirk, he might be out.
Oh, what a hit. You know, at the end of the year, you're going to look back at this and remember this is one of the hits of the year. That guy can really bring it.
It's 2nd down and 11 to go. Ball on the 44-yard line. The Rattlers line up with 4 wideouts. And the snap goes to the back. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield. Excellent play by the defense that time as they swallowed him up before he got back to the line.
It's more like they devoured him. He had no shot at breaking clean.
3rd and 13 coming up. Ball on the 46-yard line. They'll work from the shotgun. He drops
on
back,
that, bro.
looks. He throws a dart to the left. High pass, and it's caught!
I thought I was paying attention here, but I looked up and pow! The guy's got 100 yards receiving already. When did that happen?
Coach, I'm wondering the same thing. He's having a great game out there today.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice red zone, when performance matters the most. So their last red zone visit resulted in a touchdown. Let's see if the defense can hold them this time. 3-yard gain by the running back. Florida A&M comes out with 5 receivers. He's hit and got away. Buchanan with a monster hit at the 3-yard line. 4 yards gained on that quarterback draw. Florida A&M will line up in a jumbo set here. On the ground with the tailback. Touchdown, Florida A&M. And that's his second rushing touchdown of the first half.
And the head coach has to love the way this kid is running the football.
And he hits the PAT. This drive summary is brought to you by Pontiac. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. We should have a return on this one. Hicks fields it at the 9. This one might be coming back, folks. Let's check out the penalty.
Clipping on the receiving team. Half the distance from the spot of the foul.
That one's going to put him way back.
You just can't block a player from behind like that, or it's going to cost you.
They'll get the ball here at the 15.
At the 15-yard line. First and 10.
The Cyclones come out in the ace formation. Meyer, little toss to the right. Spin move. Burks with a takedown. They get 5 yards on the play.
5-yard gain on the play.
It's second down and 5 to go. Ball on the 20. The Cyclones come out in a 2 tight end set. Meyer hands off on the delay. Tackle. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run.
3-yard gain on the play.
Third and 2. Ball on the 23.
23-yard line.
The Cyclones come to the line with their jumbo package. Can't wrap him up. And now he's got room to run. The 50. And he's all the way down to the 43. And we'll go into halftime here with a score all deadlocked. And the teams are lined up to start the second half.
Hicks back deep to return.
Short kick. He didn't get a hold of that one. Thompson takes it at the 12. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession. Guys, what's been the biggest surprise so far in this game?
The biggest surprise so far is that we're all tied up right now. I didn't expect this.
And to me, the biggest surprise has been this impact linebacker we were talking about. He just hasn't been on many tackles today.
The offensive line got a really good push there, allowing the back to pick up 9 on the play. Second and 1 coming up here. Ball on their own 41. The Cyclones come out in a 2 tight end set. He gets another carry. Makes a move. Brought down. So he got a few yards on that carry.
You know what, guys? If you can continue to pick up small chunks of yards like that, you can really start to wear a defense down.
It's first and 10. Ball right around midfield. Iowa State comes out in the shotgun. Meyer drops back on first down. He's on the run. Got it to him on the run. To the 20, to the 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown. What an athletic play by the wideout.
This guy's one of the most athletic players I've seen all year. You realize in high school this guy was all-state in football, basketball, and baseball? He's been making big plays his whole life.
And he tacks on the extra point. Over 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And the score, Iowa State 21, Florida A&M 14. Culberson ready to kick. And he got all of this one. Great kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession. They'll take over at the 20.
They'll take over at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Florida A&M sets up with 4 receivers. Drops back to pass. Looking. Fires deep down the left side. The ball is tipped. Almost picked off. They just couldn't capitalize on the bad pass.
Yeah, I thought the defender had it, but he couldn't get the pick.
Second and 10. Ball on their own 20.
20-yard line.
The Rattlers with 4 receivers. And the snap goes to the back. He's into the open field. That was a pretty good run.
Incredible effort there running the football by this guy.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line. Number 8 lines up in the shotgun. They snap it to the back. He might have a chance. He spins. Singleton brings him down. The offensive line got a really good push there, allowing the back to pick up 9 on the play. Second and 1 coming up here. Ball on their own 43. Number 8 with 4 wide receivers. Back to pass. Rolls to the right. He's going to air it long. Off his hands, incomplete. Dropped by the wideout.
The intended receiver on the play.
Third and 1. Ball on the 43-yard line. They line up in the shotgun. And the snap goes to the back. And he's tackled back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. He hustles the troops to the line.
This your first year, I know.
This impact tailback would love nothing more than to have the ball in his hands right now. And they make the stop, and they'll get the first down there.
Oh, unbelievable effort on this run. Nice job of keeping this drive alive.
It's first and 10, and this is the 7th play of the current drive. Florida A&M comes out in the shotgun. They'll throw on first down. Long ball, right side. Picks it off.
You say you independent,
At the
basically?
30, at the 40. He jukes.
I feel like an independent school like
He's
Navy.
knocked out of bounds. That last INT gives this defense 2 on the day.
Not a good throw there, and the quarterback needs to make better decisions.
And they'll look to capitalize on the good field position here. Iowa State sets up in the I. He's on the run. The 10. Touchdown, Iowa State. That's his 3rd touchdown on the ground, fellas. And he hits the PAT. So under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And the score, Iowa State 28, Florida A&M 14. Culberson looks ready to kick this one off. Kicks it deep. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. So if you're the offense here, what's your mindset right now?
Well, I think they're anxious to get back out in the field. Last time out, they drove right down the field, so they know they can move it.
But they cannot turn it over again in the same situation. That, my friends, be a heartbreaker.
Buchanan lays it on him.
Woo-hoo-hoo. He just went right through him.
Man, who was supposed to block that guy?
I don't think it matters, Kirk. He's playing with reckless abandon out there. It's got to be hard to block a guy that hits like that.
Florida A&M in a 4-wide set. Breaks one. And he's hit hard. A nice 6-yard gain by the tailback there. It's 3rd down and 8 to go. Ball on the 22-yard line. When this quarterback's in the zone, as he is now, he can do a lot of damage to the defense. He throws it. Incomplete. So the defense gets him to go 3 and out.
Good job here defensively forcing this incomplete pass.
4th and 8. Ball on the 22-yard line.
Number 8 with 3 wide receivers. He drops back. He's looking. Going deep. Lays it out there. And it's picked off. At the 40. And that was interception number 3 for this defense, and they got to be happy about that. Excellent field position to start the drive.
7-yard line.
They line up in a double tight set. A little juke. Got some open field. The 10. And it pays off. Touchdown. How'd you like that last score, Lee?
Well, what I like about this kid is his nose for the end zone. With that score, his total now is 4 touchdowns on the ground for this game. Unbelievable.
And he tacks on the extra point. And just over 2 minutes left here in the third. The score is Iowa State 35, Florida A&M 14. Iowa State to kick. Gibson and Fisher back ready to return. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. Gibson fields it in the end zone. This defense did a nice job last time around, forcing the interception.
And now you'll find out how much faith they got in this kid. Do they run the football or they let her rip?
They'll start this drive at the 20-yard line. Florida A&M comes out with an I formation. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. And down he goes. A 7-yard run by the running back.
7-yard gain on the play.
It's second down and 3 to go. Ball on the 27-yard line. The Rattlers come out in the ace formation. Drops back to pass. Rolls right. He passes it. Someone got a hand on it. And it's incomplete.
Right, the intended receiver on the play.
We've got 3rd and 3 here. Ball on their own 27.
7-yard line.
4 wide. And the snap goes to the back. Shakes off a tackle. Harris brings him down. And it looks like he got the first down.
I'll tell you what, Brad, that is very close. I didn't think he was going to make it there, Coach.
Kirk, I agree with you 100%. I thought he was stopped short, too. This kid shows some real determination on that run.
The Rattlers have 5 receivers on this play. Looks. Throws this one out to the left. He's got it. Jackson with a takedown. Excellent play as the quarterback found his receiver for a big gain.
Well, give credit here to the receiver for finding that seam and coming up with a nice gain for the offense.
2nd and 1 coming up here, and this is the 5th play of the current drive. Iowa State lines up with 5 defensive backs. It's a direct snap. Big opening. And he's taken down. And that was a nice run. Kirk, that was a great job by that big offensive line.
Yeah, it really was, Brad. And also, a nice read by the ball carrier to find that running lane.
When you break one like that, you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line.
He wants it all going long. It's deflected. Oh, he had the pick and he dropped it. Almost a turnover.
As a quarterback, I can tell you that those are the only types of drops we like to see.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 44. 6 DBs in the lineup. Back to pass. Looking. Throws. And it falls incomplete. And he overthrew his wide receiver.
I don't know too many 7-foot guys playing football, so maybe he should aim lower the next time.
The defense will try to stop this 3rd down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. It's a direct snap. They'll drop him for a loss. Well, folks, we just saw what can happen if you don't pick up all your blocks.
Man, that was an ugly nightmare from the beginning.
4th and 15. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Number 8 is back in the gun. They need this pass. Throws off balance. Got it to the senior. To the 10. Touchdown, and it ain't over yet. The throw to the wide receiver goes for a touchdown.
That kid looks like a natural receiver out there.
Well, you can say he's from a good pedigree when it comes to football. I think his father's taught him very well.
And he hits the PAT. Here's the drive summary brought to you by Pontiac. Florida A&M to kick this one off. Kicks, and Thompson back deep to return. Kicks it off. Thompson fields it at the 13. They're ready to start another drive, hoping to duplicate the results of the last one, which ended in a touchdown. They'll go to work at the 33.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
3 wideouts here. They'll throw on 1st down. He shoots it, and he's stopped behind the line.
tackle. 1-yard loss on the play.
Second and 11 coming up. Ball on the 32.
32-yard line.
They line up in the shotgun. Snap is high. Wants to throw
We
outside.
gotta be
Tries
like,
to
yeah.
do. Brought down. 7-yard play. So that brings us to the end of the quarter. And at the end of 3, our score, Iowa State 35, Florida A&M 21. It's third down and 4 to go. Ball on the 39-yard line. Iowa State lines up in a double tight set. A little shake and bake move. And down he goes. And he gets the first down.
That guy just went pow and took it in. He wasn't stopping until he got that 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Ball on the 44. Iowa State sets up in the eye. He drops back. Down the middle. Off his hands and incomplete. The big guy let it go through his fingers.
The tight end's hands are all torn up and his knuckles are swollen from blocking every day in practice. You gotta give this guy a break.
I don't know about that, Coach. Nowadays, tight ends got to be able to do more than just block. He should have caught that ball.
Meyer on the option. Fakes it. And he's taken down at the 44-yard line. Nice running on the option there.
That was a spectacular option keeper there, and I'm going to tell you why. It looked like that play was going nowhere, but this quarterback made the right choice by holding on to the football.
You're right. Good heads-up play there by the QB.
Meyer with 3 wide receivers. Again with a carry. Here's an opening. Brought down. And that was an excellent run there.
Yeah, Brad, but it was also great blocking up front by the offensive line to open up the hole.
It's 1st and 10. This is the 7th play of this drive. 2 tight ends here. Alexander brings him down. 4-yard gain by the back.
Gain of 4 on the play.
It's 2nd down and 6 to go. And this is the 8th play of the drive. Meyer is back in the gun. They'll run the option. He fakes a pitch, pitches back, and now he's got room to run.
Demonic shit.
Gibson with a takedown. How about that play?
I thought it was good night, sweetheart time right there.
You're right about that, Coach. Excellent job by the running back on that little option play.
Watch the linebacker. He's the star of the defense, and he's in the zone right now. Meyer hands off right side. Touchdown, Iowa State.
This kid is sensational. That makes 5 touchdowns. I'm going to have to use my other hand to count if he keeps it up, Kirk.
Hey, just don't take your shoes off, Coach.
And he tacks on the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary.
What are you playing?
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Kicks it off. Goes into the end zone. Down
It's
for a
crazy.
touchback.
It's
They did a
crazy
great
to say
job
that.
on
No
their last
nigga
drive.
ain't
Moved the
doing
ball
no
down the field for a
racist
touchdown.
thing.
Let's see if they can duplicate that on this drive. They'll get the ball here.
You
at
niggas
20.
said.
The Rattlers line up with 4 wideouts. They snap it to the back. And they push him out. Picked up big yards there, and he's going to have a first down.
Yeah, nice job there. This guy does a good job of reading his blocks and accelerating through the holes.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 39. Florida A&M lines up in a shotgun set. He's looking. He lets it go. And he can't hang on to it. A hard throw, and it was dropped.
He possibly could have taken something off that one, but hey, when you throw that way, your receiver still can make the catch.
That nigga was
One step
flying,
away
boy.
from the big
What's the
leagues, right,
shit
Coach?
out of his ass? He came up to the wrong nigga, boy.
It's a direct snap. Spins upfield. A loss on that one as he couldn't get past those big linemen.
You got that right. They sacrificed their bodies in there and stuffed him.
Third down, 13. Ball on their own 36. Number 8, 4 wide receivers. Drops back to pass. Rolling out to the right side. Airing it out long. He has him on the fly. Hicks brings him down. What an amazing
follow up
catch.
tomorrow.
First down.
Boy, Brad, you said it. That is a big-time play there. Spectacular catch.
I'll follow
And
up
great
tomorrow.
body control there on the long pass reception.
Have a look at our Old Spice Red Zone numbers. Red Zone, when performance matters the most. The last time they were in the red zone, they got a touchdown out of it. Has some daylight. And he's in there. Touchdown. What do you have for us, Lee?
That was his third rushing score for the game. If I were the coach, I'd give this kid the ball every time.
And he hits the PAT. And now we'll take a look at the final. Well, I'd expect the onside kick here, although it doesn't look like they're lining up for it. Short kick. He didn't get a hold of that one. Thompson takes it to 12. Good move. At the point. Across midfield. He could go at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Goodbye. How about that return?
Great effort there by the returner, reading his blockers and evading the tacklers. And the results? 6.
And he tacks on the extra point. So under 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And the score is Iowa State 49, Florida A&M 28. Iowa State to kick. Sends it sailing downfield. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. They moved the ball very effectively on their last drive, which ended with a touchdown. The defense is talking it over on the sideline, trying to make some corrections. Let's see if they can stop them this time. They'll set up shop at the 20-yard line. Florida A&M sets up in the I. He spins around. They'll bring him down, and the clock is steadily counting down.
You're right. They can stop this clock. A quick score is crucial here.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 24-yard line. Florida A&M lines up in a shotgun set. Looks, rolling out to the left side. Fires. Incomplete. He just put a little too much air under that one.
That's one of the reasons defenses like to blitz, not only to sack the quarterback, but also to force him into making bad throws.
It's 3rd down and 6 to go. Ball on their own 24. The Rattlers come out in a shotgun. It's a direct snap. And they make the stop. Good job by the defense, not letting him get out of bounds on that run. This big fella at defensive tackle's in the zone right now. Now will he throw or scramble for the first? He goes downtown, and it's the senior. Huge play on 4th down.
That was a sensational call.
It sure was here, guys. Usually on 4th down, you have the receiver run just enough yards to get to the marker. The defense here was looking for that, and they went right over their heads for the big play.
The defense lines up with 6 DB. There's a missed tackle. Tackle. They'll give him an inch or two, if that.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10. This is the 6th play of this drive. This is the kind of running back who can make you pay when he's in the zone. Again with a carry. Jed's a tackler. Has some daylight. Moser with a takedown. A nice pickup of about 8 yards.
Gain of 8 on the play.
Third and 2 coming up here. And this is the 7th play of the current drive. The impact player at running back is in the zone right now.
And boy, blinking through them. They're only supposed to be blinking one play, ain't they? They've been blinking for 3 plays.
Got away with the spin. Buchanan brings him down. And it looks like he got the first down.
I'll tell you what, Brad, that is very close. I didn't think he was going to make it there, Coach.
Kirk, I agree with you 100%. I thought he was stopped short, too. This kid shows some real determination on that run.
They come out in a goal line set. Inside give. They'll bring him down, and they may need to hurry here.
Well, you'd think so, but there doesn't seem to be much urgency on the field right now.
It's 2nd down and 5 to go. This is the 9th play of this drive. Nickel defense. And the snap goes to the back. He can do it. Touchdown, Rattlers. Make that number 4.
Seems like he keeps going and going and going.
He's a scoring machine. That's why they keep calling his number.
And he hits the PAT. Here's the Pontiac drive summary, bringing you fuel for the soul. Florida A&M. With the onside kick.
On the kicking team, we will re-kick.
Coach, you got to wonder what they're thinking here. Short kickoff. Hicks fields it at the 19. Gets past the tackler. That's ready for the first play of this drive. They moved the ball extremely well on their last possession on their way to the end zone. Usually this linebacker makes a ton of tackles, but today we didn't see him anywhere.
This offense knew what they were up against. They knew if they could block this linebacker on
Oh,
every
how's
play,
that?
then they would win this ball game. And that's exactly what they did.
Blocking this guy is not an easy thing to do. You won't find many
That
linebackers.
nigga drop any pass, man. Lord
First
Jesus.
and 10. Ball right around midfield.
The who? Oh, the hit, bro?
Iowa State lines up in a goal line set. Hicks gets another carry. Got some open field. Inside the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Iowa State. This guy's having an amazing day running the ball. Coach, what do you got?
Well, he's about to be headed for the record. A few more carries like that, and he's going to have more yards today than any other running back in college football history.
There's the folks. That's going to do it for this edition of NCAA Football 2006. Hope you all join us again. Again, our final score: Iowa State 55, Florida A&M 35.